The sun is very quickly setting now. It is 7:30 and I have been dilly-dagging around the house. I just make little piles here and there of stuff, but what I really wanted to do was make a video of my notebooks that I've been trying forever to do, and I just haven't seemed to manage to do it because it just takes so long and so much preparation. That I'm a very prepared individual. But okay, let's just start because otherwise I'm gonna go woo. But here is a little notebook that I have right now. It has poems and little journal entries, like one-page journal entries, or two, I guess. I'd love to show some writing, some penmanship of some kind. I love seeing people's penmanship. Oh my god. The focus is not focusing. Okay. Yeah, so I have that. This is I have two of these. One is about feelings and my philosophies that are questionable. And this one just has YouTube ideas. So you were in here, this video. I have this sketchbook that my sweet rabbit made for me. I have a couple. This one is kind of breaking, which is very depressing, but it works fine. I really like this kind of spine where it's just plain and doesn't have spirals or loops or whatever. I like that. So here's another one that this could be very bad because my everything is over here. This is I'm not very organized with this, so it's not gonna be one of those tours that people have really wonderfully curated things going on, and honestly, oh my gosh, chaos everywhere. Okay, I'm not very curated on having separate piles of things and all that because I don't know, it doesn't work for me. At least I don't feel like it feels like me either. It just doesn't feel like me. But this is another book that was made for me. It's a sketchbook that I have started. Oh, books are falling. This is a journal that I'm almost complete I've had it for a month, less than a month, but I don't like leaving blanks. I just write into whatever I can. This is an astrology book that I keep, and these were given to me by my mom. I really like these patterns, but I also feel like I gravitate more towards the black and red kind of situation. This is a really old notebook that I was using when I was in single digits, and I decided that since it's not complete, I will use the remainder of the pages. This is just a doll directory book that I have that is quite messed up and mangled. I'm not sure what happened to the other cover, but he's rest in peace, I guess. I don't want everything to fall on me. Oh boy. This is a book that I saw at a Winners and I thought was really pretty with the drawing. But this is half lined, half blank. Sid Pear, is that the company? If you are interested. I don't really know all the companies of this, but this is things that I like, and I just write it in this little notebook. I also have some that are not completely full. They're just old things that have weird scribbles, and I don't mind that. So I'm gonna use those. I have a couple books that I use for family stories, family lineage, family, whatever that is, I don't know. I write in here Italian stuff. This is just a journal I started. It's not finished, but this is pretty. My mom got me both of these, the pink and this one. And I think I have another one that looks kind of like that. This is just a bunch of random writing things. All these composition books, I usually just use them as journals. I'm not sure if this is a composition book of some kind. Plan and thoughts. It just looks like this. That my mom got me that. I have a kitten's calendar, which I write all my plans down. I don't usually keep this kind of thing for writing stuff, but I have been this month, or a couple months actually. I've had it for just a blank little notebook that lost his way. He doesn't have his cover, but that's okay. Then I have this sketchbook I started. This is a Christian book that I gessoed over all the pages and had started painting, oil paint. Here's another just missing cover, but still good paper. So these ones are kind of like ones that I have started. I guess there's a couple that are blank, but like I said, I'm not organized. So I'm organized in a chaotic way to myself, but to other people this probably makes no sense. That's okay. But pretty soon we'll go into all the things that are complete to my liking, and I do count my boxes. I keep little boxes of pages of stuff that I've written or whatever. And yes, there's this book. I have 3 of this type of book. 2 of them are finished already, so this one's just the one that I am currently working on. This is movies and books and YouTube, kind of, that I like. Then we have a book I write family things in. It's just little cherries. Maybe from far away here you can see it better. This is almost complete. It's just a small book. It was for when I went to Halifax, but I never used it, so I use it for family. This is a manifestation journal that I have. I love writing things down. I love just making any markings on paper, media things. This is almost done. And then my next one I have up there, it's really pretty. It has cool quotes. I have this Monster High notebook I got from a dollar store, and I write, or I have been writing, all my plans that I have gone with my sweet love. Places, different towns and cities and wherever have you. This book is just tarot. It's just some floral little spiral notebook. This one is a dream journal, and I'm very close to being done this one as well. I have like maybe 5 pages, I believe. So that's how many pages I have left. These are the ones I finished. Those are how many I have left. Okay. Well, this I'm not sure that I'm going to keep this one. This one's blank. This was given to me by my step-grandma, and I don't know, I am girly, but I'm also more piratey, poety vampire than I am Sparkle Queen, as much as I would love to be. I have another Monster High book. It was a book and it had some place that you could do some writing. It had some pages, so I ripped out the story and kept the book part so I could write in it. This is a book I write all my, where I want to host shows and that kind of stuff, any art information. And then this is also a writing journal for short stories, poems, a novel, if you will. Okay, let's move this over. I don't know if my camera's gonna start yelling at me. So I have some smaller books that I begun. This one my sister gave me, and it just has some interesting paper, different colors. This one's white, but there is blue. I really like all the different paper, but I haven't really used all of it yet. It's very small. This is just a little notebook that was supposed to be for tarot when I had it. Some spillage, or I was trying to use some ink. I always have this kind of thing on notebooks and stuff. But yeah, so I have this book. It's just faux leather. I hate the texture of this paper. It's almost like as if it was linen. I kind of use it as a catch-all though. I guess every book is kind of a catch-all. I don't know. Here's a little notebook that I write a lot of random things in. This is almost finished. Then I have some really small composition books. I really like these. I have not seen these in the dollar store for a while though, so, and those are given to me. And I also have one more that has no cover. This is a Bratz little notebook. It was my partner's sibling and she was throwing it out and I kept it, and I also kept her pages in there, but I just leave it as is and write on the empty ones. This is a tiny shiny little notebook. It's just a little notepad that's almost done. These two, I've ripped out pages of these to give to my partner because they're like little love notes. And then here are some completely empty notebooks that I'm looking forward to filling. So these are some beautiful sketchbooks that my mother got me when I went to fashion school, and I love them. I'm still debating whether I want to just draw like a design, like whatever designs I think up of in here or what. But I also have this plain dollar store. I need to cover this. I don't really like that. It's just a plain sketchbook. And I usually don't like them to have this either, actually. I prefer if it's just leave it alone. But then I have this really cool sketchbook. I did put this picture of myself on here. This is Muji. My mom got this for me. And I just love that it's very floppy. And I'm going to try and keep this to just being pencil and ink. Maybe pencil crayon. I don't know if I'm feeling like it, but I don't want to push it though. Okay, we have some empty compositions that I'm going to quickly fill up. I just have those 3 right now. Then this really crappy, shitty, I hate these, but I have filled 2 of them, and I each time ripped these off and then restrung them, but it's not that great, so. But I do not mind this paper though. This is going to be my new manifestation journal. This was given to me for my birthday in 2023, and I just haven't finished my other one, so I don't want to start another one, but I have recently been starting multiples, even if I already have one of the same type of journal that I'm keeping. Oh boy. That I'm keeping. As I drop you, I have books everywhere, that's why this is not optimal. I have this book. It's just a giant sketchbook. It is empty right now. Not for long. This sketchbook, these are all given to me by my mom. She likes all the paintings that they put on them. And they are really nice. That's really nice. The paper is quite thick and there's not that much paper in those, so I probably would still say I prefer the black bound ones. I'm not sure what that brand is. I probably should figure that out, but anyway. She gave me this sketchbook just recently, and I think this might be more fun to go this way. So I'll try that with this one, I think. Then I have another, just one of those regular, you get them from the dollar store, sketchbooks. And then these are very beautiful painted scenes that are on the sketchbook. But again, I think I would like them if they were just black. And then maybe there could be a cover page that I do something like a painting. Anyways, I'm gonna have to turn this off so I can get my other books. And I'm trying to go really fast because I like to watch people just speed run and not really stay on like a really long topic. I don't know. It probably comes off like you think you're better than people, but whatever. I just love notebooks and writing and painting and drawing and writing and making a mess. I'm really not liking how I look or come off, but honestly, if this uploads properly, he's gonna be a go. Because I just have to do stuff. I can't just, you know, lament and whatever. I don't even know what I'm putting in this video, but these are all the books that I'm planning on finishing, like, within these couple months, because these are the ones that I just have that are not full. And more than half of them are almost done, so that's really good. But then there's other ones that are not, so I don't know. So I think we'll do maybe the big area first, because I really don't want to do that last because it seems kind of tiring. But I really want to make a video. I keep saying that, but I really love the memory of having these videos, because stuff changes all the time. You never know what you're gonna be looking at, so yeah, we'll see if I think of anything that I specifically like or don't like. And I guess I'm just gonna let this run because... Okay. Is that good, guys? Oh, let's roll you over. That was smooth, wasn't it? I have my little slippers. Those are my mom's. Those are really comfy when I'm cold. Okay. I'm just trying to learn to be myself. Okay. Isn't everybody? So, you know what I did want to share was I have these sketch pads that are just really big. And some of them have a few drawings. I think all of them do. But they're not complete. Again, this one is empty. And this is like crappy paper, but I'm really excited to use it. And then I have some artist paper. Like these. I think that's all that's in there, yeah. This one. This nice purple one. That's like really thick paper and different colors. There's this one. And this orange one. And that is all the different kinds of paper that are just really big. And oop, my camera charging cord. Okay. And then I already know that I'm missing quite a bit of notebooks from somewhere. I just don't know. Oh, there's another bead. I just don't know. Okay. I just don't know where exactly I've put everything because everything is always everywhere. So bear with me here. But I'd love to count how many this is anyway because I actually have no idea. But I have this notebook. It's just writing about my day, my thoughts, my ideas, my feelings, and all that kind of stuff. I have a lot of stuff like this where it's like, these are some music books that I used to have, just 2 of them. And then this is something I made for my sweet love, my little rabbit. This is a sketchbook that I loved. 2 pieces. I love this kind of sketchbook. It has a lot of debris inside of it. I don't mind if it's like this thick, but any more, and I think I just prefer it to look very, I don't know if enigmatic is the word I'm thinking of, because it's not, I don't want it to be unknowable. I just want it to be completely me. And chaos, controlled chaos, I think is what I'm aiming. This is just a book I made of a lot of different things to do or things to read about and stuff about house stuff. Like this is meditation frequencies, 174 hertz, 285, all those different kinds of stuff. Okay, I'm going too slow. But, okay, let's continue on. Here's this notebook I have. That's from my mom. Most of these are from my mom. These. I also have had so many notebooks, and at one point in my early adulthood, I burned a bunch of stuff when I moved really far away to a town that I did not want to live. And then I moved out immediately. So it was very cringe, but also did I really need to burn it? I don't know. Part of me is both wanting it burnt and not. Here is another book, some Inuyasha paraphernalia I used to love, and I still have a soft spot. Here is this notebook that just has no cover. A lot of them just don't have covers, and I feel like that's okay because it's more character than just having a bunch of beautiful notebooks. Here's this journal I had December 28, 2025 to January 25, 2026. Don't usually put the start and end dates, but now I have been. This notebook is stuff when I used to work for a newspaper. I wrote my notes in here. And then this is recipes that I would write down to make for my partner and his dad. This is a really old just journal, random things. It's so weird when you reread or re-see things. Like, I don't know. It's very interesting to me. Poetry. I just have a bunch of lined paper in here that has poetry. Stuff is falling again. Okay, I'll just move this over. This is a notebook that I just put a bunch of stuff about my home that I want to have. That's a really pretty painting. I really like. This is a bunch of random poetry on this Mead Ever Ready little stationery thing. And I count them as notebooks to me. Here's me on a notebook again. I think... Why didn't I pick a black one? I guess I wanted to try every single kind of notebook, but gosh, I don't know. I don't like some of these patterns. Like this one's hideous to me, but I wrote all in it, so I can, I guess, cover these, but I'm just leaving them. There's this one that I have. It's a sketchbook. It's one of those ones where they get fat, and I'm not sure that that's exactly my style, but it's close. This is a really old journal. Share any information. Here's some more just black notebooks. This one has like all the stickers on it and stuff. And here's some drawings. I think I am not totally into the putting random stuff into my sketchbook. I think I would like to have like a smash journal that's for specifically just that, but I have a hard time staying on the one track, so sometimes things happen with notebooks of all kinds. Just a lot of gluing stuff, drawing random things. This is a really pretty red notebook. More random notes. I really don't like this pattern, but I have them. This was my driver's book that I did write notes in, so I kept that. This is Fashion Evolution. I went to fashion school. And then this random sketchbook, but this is pattern drafting that I kept. This is random notes from school that I kept in a folder. This is a grade 5 notebook of me doing math to learn math. So cool. This is an estate thing I did. So I have that, everything that we did. I wrote everything, because I write everything. This is just random art. And I did think of painting in the behind of these all, but ultimately I think I just titled them. This is a binder of news articles and stuff that I wrote. Another sketchbook. There's more, just, I have 3 of these, I believe. Yeah, so I have this one, and this one. Those are all sketchbooks. This is some grading stuff I had that I did good on and I kept. This is my notebook. Again, it's like poems, a lot of poems and a lot of letters to people. I like writing letters. Another sketchbook. This is from when I went to fashion school. There's Elvis. Yeah, there's like Elvis in there. Another just sketchbook. I'm trying to go really fast. This notebook I got from my mom. I was gonna draw on the cover, but I didn't. Here's some really old anime I did. This sketchbook. Oh, oops, one of the pages, so I'll have to put that in my box because it's loose now, but this is just a sketchbook as well. I put bus tickets, passes, and stuff on it on the other side that I won't show. This is just another sketchbook, but the front has a lot of information. Patterns that I did, or drafting. Sketchbook. I need to count how many this is. This is very faint drawing, but that's drawings. This, I might as well take this out of here too because this is like falling out, and I'll put that in my box of paper. But this is just like a really old sketchbook as well. Sketchbook. This is a binder of artwork and awards of kinds of stuff and stuff that I've been in. I printed out and kept. Another sketchbook with little ghosties. Some really terribly written stories that I did in grade school. I have 3 of those. And I kept those. Some watercolor paper that I did some watercolor or whatever I did. This is another notebook that has no cover, except for my cover that I did. And then this, I loved 2 pieces as well. His spine is missing, but I love this type of book. I love this type of book because it's so nice. And I usually put a picture of myself in the front. Okay, so this area is complete. Now we have to go up there. And I do have paper back there. Not that you can see it, but that's just like blank paper for when I need paper to put in my little box. I wish my videos could be as wonderfully edited as other YouTubers, but I like this much more. So, okay, we'll continue. Here are my 2 boxes that I have found, at least, that just have like little notes and stuff in them. This is a really cute one. I like that it's a unicorn and it's shiny. It's just a box. I guess I could paint this black. That would probably look a lot nicer, but it's just wood. The bottom isn't finished. I have these 2 pages that fell out of another notebook, and then I'm just gonna put it in here. This is just a bunch of random stuff, and I just didn't have a specific I didn't have a specific thing, so they just go in there. And then, oh yes. Oh man, I have back there. Yeah. I have all these that I would like to share. And one more area, and then I think that's it for now because I am not sure where I've shoved other things. I do have my little area where I do have some of my canvases, and I do have some paper here that I'm working through, these 2 notebooks. And I think those are the only 2 notebooks there for now, but there's just some canvases. It is a new day, like 2 days after my last of me doing this again. I am here today because I have some more books and I wanted to go through them. So I'm just gonna start. There's somebody outside. I have 3 of these. And these are from the dollar store. There's some nice embossing on these. I always liked kind of plain journals like this, and then you can put a little picture on the front if you want. So I have those. I also have this little calendar book. It's just, I'm sure there's probably a picture around it, but again, plain, and then I wrote on it. I have these 2 tiny sketchbooks. I'm not really a fan of this size either, actually, these little squares, but those are filled with all of my wonderful cringe. And then I have these 3 books that kind of look like they come from the same kind of company. Do they? I'm not sure, but mix. So yeah, 2 and 2, like these 2 look like they go together and these 2 look like they go together. So there's a typewriter and a mermaid. These are just journals. They're not, I don't think I drew in these ones. This one's really cute. It's some black cats. And this is my least favorite one, but these are all gifts to me. So then I have this, I have 3 of these actually. These are a self-published book that I did, and I didn't know what I was doing, but it was fun. I guess it was something that I was trying to really get in the hang of doing. Oh, the coffee is so good. Okay, let's move this over. I have this really big junky journal that just has a bunch of trash in it, but I didn't do it in my favorite kind of way. It's just a journal of junk. And it's, I think, the only one I really have that's actually like a proper junk journal. I have this really big sketchbook, and it's just, I don't know. It's not the greatest one I have, but we're always growing. This is a little Italian leather-bound one. This is also not my favorite, but now I know these things. I think I did buy this one. I can't remember where I bought it. I feel like I want to say it was a bookstore. Also, isn't it so odd when you actually start forgetting things because you're so old? Because that's what I feel weird. This little notebook, I did show another one that was one I was currently using. This is the mate to it, Open Your Heart. And I use this to write some really crappy feelings. This one is a bunch of texts that were from an ex-partner. This is from when I was dating somebody and I wrote messages in here. So I really feel like that little fish. That little tiny fish. I have this notebook that says nice because I'm nice. Can't even see my... Where am I pointing? Do you see that? I got this just because I needed a notebook, but I don't know. It was filled up pretty quick. There's a bigger version of the small ones that I showed. And this is a little bigger than a pocket notebook. And, oh, it goes this way. Not that it matters, it's the same, but I liked this one, even though I tend to not like this size either. I like a regular size. This really nice checkered purple one. I have a, can't really show you the entire front. Here's this other kind of junky book. It just has little clippings of things that I find interesting, and I just used a book, took out the pages. Here's those two other journals that are just journals. I have 3 little pocketbooks. I like these. I still have more that I'm using. I always keep little notes, little things in these. And I prefer when they're just like this as opposed to having an actual string. I like it just to not have any obstruction when I put it on my shelf. Here's another pocketbook. I was writing love letters in there. This is old things for this boy I was obsessed with. This was some love that I was obsessed with. So there's that. This is my old notebook that I brought to work with me when I had to remember stuff and I couldn't. Here's this little Bible that I tore apart, and I guess this is kind of a little junk journal as well, so I guess I did try multiple times. And then we still have to do. I just kept leaving it and figured I'm just gonna do it how I am right now because I want to make other stuff. But so here's this really pretty Monet book, my mom got me. It's my journal. Yeah, put this over here. Move it over. Once my coffee reaches room or just before room temperature, I'm over it. So I have to keep sipping my sop. Who got this for me? I think my mom got this for me. You can't buy happiness, but you can buy coffee. I feel like that might not be true. But that's there. I don't know if I actually follow that sentiment, but then we have all these. So here's this one. The back is ripped off. But this is just my really old notebook, and the pattern is really cute, and I have some stickers on that. I have a lot of these, like, books that look like this, and these are kind of nice. I have this one as well. I think I got one of each when it was in the dollar store, and I liked it. It's really skinny. It's really skinny. It's just a little paper notebook. And I used to buy these everywhere. I used to buy these everywhere because I write notes almost 24/7. I love writing. This is a notebook / sketchbook, and I just recently put this sticker on when I saw what the dates were when I was looking through some notebooks, but I really never... Yeah, that looks like a weird plant, doesn't it? Oh. That looks like a very odd plant. I don't know what that is. Is that just a design? That's cool. I like it. I really, really like that. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I tried doing my labels like everybody seems to have, and I think it looks great, or is great that you have all the dates and stuff, but I honestly could not. Also, I'm not sure if I could care less. These are 2 books that I, again, obsess over, I don't know, different things and write about it. And I really like the red. This is like velvet, and this is just a kind of plastic. And I really do like this. The only thing that I would say was a bother is that it doesn't really lay flat when you want to write. And that's a bit annoying. I do have like little notes and stuff in here. Oh, can you focus? Oh, that's some messy writing. Anyway, so there's those. Some bats in another format that I am not really a fan of. Landscape, because you can go this way, but even that way I don't like rectangles that much either. So, but he is complete. Here is a notebook and another one. Oh, the little string came off. It has a string. I'm not really a fan of those too much, like I said, but a lot of my notebooks have it. Like this one has it too. I have this black book. I love a plain book. Not so much the spiral, but that's okay. I still used it. 2017. And even if I checked the end and there was a date, because sometimes I used to not date things, which is bloody annoying. But I'm like my grandpa and actually date everything and note everything. Oh yes, the sun come in. He's coming and going a lot today. April 2017. So, I don't know. This is a really... Sometimes my life feels like a fever thought, it feels like I was not actually there, but somehow I was, if that makes any sense. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I make little folders of things and I put my notes in there. Like, I guess these are all some insane writing. Sometimes I make little folders of just stuff that I want to keep because they're all over the place, but I do have those buckets that I do keep as well. My whole house is just a keepsake. This is just a notebook that has barely a cover, but my writing is the cover. I have a Wreck This journal that my mom got me and I used it. That was nice. These are two like planner books. They're just skinny little books. I wrote mostly just notes and stuff like that in there. Again, I gotta go faster. There's this journal. This one. This one. It says, believe you can and you're halfway there. This is mostly more notes of things to do, lists and stuff like that. But I always end up writing in them anyway, so... This sketchbook / journal. This was from my aunt. My Aunt Louisa. She got me that. I like this picture of this lady going to a Parisian cafe. Yeah, and it has a little list on the side. That's nice. Notes. This was my book I kept that was for all my studying that I was doing. I would write my self-actualization in here. Like what I wanted to do, how I wanted to be. It's kind of like a manifestation journal, but for health and personality, like astrology, numerology, human design, all that kind of stuff that I think is interesting. Oops. Closed my incense box. A dream journal. I bought this from Winners. I thought it was pretty. $1. So I'm assuming I got this because usually when I went to this certain thrift store, they had those stickers that just were like, it just says a price. It doesn't say like a store. I found this Inuyasha notebook for 50 cents in a thrift store that is a hole in the wall, and I used to love Inuyasha and I still do. I didn't watch it anymore, but I love it still. I kept the tag for the 50 cents. And I really like it. That only took me less than a month to fill because it's so skinny. There's this one. This is a notebook. My mom got me this. I think it came in a pack of 2 or 3. So, and I did show that one. This is another text from my ex, because they were just really, I don't know, I guess I felt they were intense when I was a teenager. As little, because it probably was. Alright. I have this pile of those little notebooks you get when you're in like grade school, as well as sometimes I find them and I use them currently. So I have this one that I was working on my penmanship. I really love penmanship. But sometimes I love mine and sometimes I love it and sometimes I hate it. I think it's great. I think it's terrible. It's everything. Some notes, some letters, I was using like a calligraphy pen as well in here, and it's not the greatest kind of paper. So I think I'll just show like the backs of these because these have like some personal information, but look at that tiny little girl on that. So I have those, this one, more. A lot of these blue ones, I think those are like the most common. Blue and yellow were like the most. Yellow, more yellow. Another one, another one. This and this. These are like when you learn stuff, and I count them as my journals. Those are my existence. And this was just an actual journal I kept that I got paint. I use sometimes, because this is really nice paper for if you have like paint markers or anything like that. My eye is really bothering me. This is also just a journal, I guess. Oh, I have like birthdays. So I have, oh. Yeah, I have this one, this, and this one. Grade 1 or 2. I don't know when I even wrote that. And these. That's wild. There are these really old books. They just have really old poetry, stuff that I wrote when I was like a teenager. Here's this really big book. Yeah, it's just a really big notebook. Am I gonna be able to put this down? I got a call, so this is a notebook that my partner made for me. On all the pages, oh, did I leave? Oh, I guess I left this one empty, but on all the pages that said date, because some books have this, like where they say, what's the date? He wrote yes on all of them, and on some of them, he wrote like a little storyline for us. Anyways, I have this notebook. It's just a black grid paper notebook. This has my, there you are. And then this black book, I do really like the nice just black ones. This one is a weird notebook because the pages just kind of tear out. But I think it's because it was maybe meant for it not being a journal. But everything is a journal if you make it. It's kind of like jewelry. It's kind of like jewelry or fashion. Here's 2 more journals I have. I really like these ones. And these are nice books. I think these are from the dollar store as well. And I bought these. And I still think they're amazing, but I don't think I've ever seen them again at the dollar store. I don't think I've ever seen them again, which is unfortunate. And then this is getting to be a very big pile. This is another notebook sketchbook that my sweet love made me, and it's just some canvases that he made holes in, tied with ribbons, and put sketch paper inside, and I used that. Then I have these, there's 3 of them, these notebooks. My mom got me those. These are those sketchbooks that I hate but love at the same time. I don't like the wording and I don't like the little ribbon that they have, or tie that they have. The ties that they have, but I just cut it and redid it, but it's not very good, but they're like my messy drawing books. And then I have a lot of composition books. I have a red one, has my name, and another black one, this one, and another more bright red one, this paisley looking pink one, this really bright orange one has a name of somebody on. Interesting notebook, but just looks like some kind of machinery or something. I'm not sure what that is. Another black one. This says, I guess I dated this one, October 2015 to February 2016. I write even more than I don't know if actually I write more, but it's just, this is as much as you can see. I have this really cool, I like the feeling of this. And this is also just more learning of different foods and things that heal, and charts and that kind of stuff. Some manifestation stuff I guess I did that I saw there. I have these 2. Just some notebooks, lenticular I guess, and this butterfly. I'm pretty sure I got those. Okay, so now the last thing we have is my cubby that has the bigger things, and I'm not sure where the rest of the stuff is, so I'm gonna have to just do those, and then I think this video is done because I don't know how I'm gonna put this together. We'll see.